Today we are going to do the Lab12 of ITSW 3104, that is application software development, that is JSF, EJP, JPA, CRUD application. That is first we are going to create this index H, that is employee list. There you can find the insert record, the data from the database, and the action. There are two actions, one is delete, one is update. If you click the insert, it will open another page is called insert.xhtml page. There you can insert the new data to the database, that is ID, name, email and phone number. If you click the delete, it will open the dialog box, that is OK, cancel. If you click OK, the respective row data is deleted. If you click cancel, there is no data deleted. If I click update, that will open another web page called JSF page called update.html. There you can update only name, email and the phone number. Now it's very clear, this is the one we are going to do. We are using the concept of EJP, that is the index page, insert page, delete option and finally update. This is the thing today we are going to do. You can see this is a folder structure of our project. It is having three different things. One is EJP, Enterprise Edition application, EJP module and the web module. There are three different things it is going to create from our project. In the web module you can see the two package entities as well as model. Now first step we are going to create the database table of JDBC sample, Java database. It is available default in the NetBeans. Right click, you can see the sample, just click connect, make sure that you are connected. Go to the table, right click the table, create the table, and the table name is called person. Click add column. Then the first one is a primary key, that is called ID person. The type is integer, and the main thing is it must be a primary key. At least one column must be primary key. We select ID as a primary key. Next column is varchar name of size 50. The third column is email varchar of size 50. The last option, the last column is phone number. It is integer. Click OK. Now we created 4 different column: ID person, name, email and phone number. Just make sure that the data type is correct. First one is the primary key integer, second two are the varchar and last one is the integer. Now you can see the person table is created with 4 column. Right click and view the data. You can find the empty data because it's not have anything. Just click that plus button. You can add the data. For example, I added 10. The first name I put Vonish Vengat, and the email is vonish@gmail.com, and the phone number is I put random 8-digit number which is suitable for the local country Oman. That's why here all the phone number are 8-digit. That's why I put 8-digit. Now I added one more data. Click add row. That is I put the ID number is 12. It must be unique. We cannot give same ID number. The name is Syed I put, and the email is syed@cas.edu.om, and I put 8-digit random phone number. Okay, now I successfully entered the 2 different data in the database. I am going to read from my web page. Now the 2 data is available. Make sure that see number of rows are 2. Now I create the data. Now we'll move to the step number 2. That means we are going to create Enterprise Edition of category. The project is Enterprise Application. Select new project of category Enterprise Edition Java EE, and the project Enterprise Application. I am going to change the name of the project EJP and JPA 1 because already I have the same name. We have one project. Next click. Make sure that server is Glassfish 4.1 or any version, updated version, and the Enterprise Edition 7. It is having 2 modules. One is EJP module, another one is web module. Now successfully the project is created. Now we'll move to the next step. Before moving to the next step, you can see that there are 3 different folder in the project explorer. One is EJPA, that is the enterprise application. Second is EJP, and last one is a web application. Now we are going to create one package name is called entities. Inside we are going to create the entity class. That is the source package we created entities. Click finish. Now we are going to add the new class. That means we are going to create the entity class from the database. That means which is the database table available. For that we are going to create the entity class. Right click new, and you can select this option directly, that is the entity class from data. Suppose if not available, you can go to others, select the persistence and select entity class from database. Now select your data source, that is our JDBC sample. Once you click, you can find the person, just click add, click next. You can see the database table is person and class name is person. It is a new type. Make sure that create persistence unit, otherwise you cannot create the session class for entity. Now change the collection type is list. Click finish. Now successfully the entity class from the database, that means for the available database table we created the entity class. Okay. Now we'll move to the next step. We are going to create another one is called model. Now right click, Java package, the name is model, and you know that this package we are going to use for inside this package we are going to use a class. That class is going to handle store and handle the data. Now see that new others persistence, we are going to select the section bean for entity class. This is the one we are going to create. Now the already created entity class is available, just click add all because it's only one. Now no need to do any changes, make sure the package is model. Now once if you click, it will create two classes, one is abstract class, another one is a person face card class. That means implementation of that abstract class. This abstract class contains one abstract method and remaining methods are helpful to to create, to update, to remove and read the data in the database. These are the methods helpful to connect to your database. Now this is the implementation of that abstract class. See that a person Fisker. Now you can see that there is one entity manager. This will easily connect to the database with the your person class. Now EJP module is we completed. Now we'll move to the next module is called web application. Now in the inside web application, first we are going to add the framework. That means JSF. We are going to add the framework in our project. Now we are going to add the framework. Select the right click of the web module, go to the last option. After history you can find properties. Just click the properties, it will open this window and select the category framework. Okay, and click the add button. You can find the JSF server faces, click OK. Now just once you click OK, immediately the Java server face is added to your web module. But after that, if you open your web pages, you can see one new index x HTML page is added. We don't want HTML page, that's why we deleted index HTML page. Now next step, we are going to that means actually in the step 8 not required in our lab, because why we added the framework, it will automatically add the index HTML page. Now we are going to add one package called controller of the source packages of web module. Okay, now just source package of web module, right click the new Java package name called controller. This package is useful to obtain the data from the database. That means inside this package we are going to add one class called select new others Java server faces JSF managed bean. This class is going to responsible to obtain the data. Please make sure that the scope must be session. Click finish. Now successfully managed bean is going to create, and the name of this managed bean is called person controller. This class is responsible to obtain the data and request from the client. Okay, now right click to obtain the data and what are the requests by the client. Now we are going to move to the that means we check our project so far, what are steps we done is correct or not. First clean and build, and once clean and build is done, select the run button. That means actually enterprise edition application. That means enterprise application, select and then click your run button. Automatically it will start the Glassfish server, it will start the database process server, and finally it will open the web page and display the web page of the index x HTML. You can find now. Okay, since it is running, because the server must be started, and it will open the web page. Hope no error is occurred. Now yes, almost done. Glassfish is started, registered, service registered, and it's deployed. EJP is deployed successfully. Now the database process also done. Yes, the EJP Glassfish server is started running. Initial distribution also done. First time it will take some time, and next time it will run very fast. Now see that successfully the web page is created. See, hello from Facelets. Okay, you can find this hello from Facelet. Now we'll move to the next step. Now we are going to edit our index HTML page. That means we are going to read the data from the database. Okay, make sure that your person controller scope is session. Okay, see that. Now next step we are going to inject our EJP. That means insert, call enterprise bin, select the person facet. Now successfully added. Now we are going to add only one method, that is called list return type, list person return type of find all method. The name of the method is find all. We have some error because our return type is list. We must import java.util.list, and the person is import entities.person. Now successfully error is removed. Okay, now if you see that the person controller, now all errors are removed. The find all refer to the EJPs. Okay, now this is the find all method is going to invoke and successfully read the data in the database and finally display the data in your web page. Now make sure that the list of what type of list it is going to collect of the person object. That is, see that now here we will change the title of our index page. It is called personal information system. And we are going to please note down we are not going to write any JSF tag code. Now first step, because we are going to, the client is going to send the form request, that's why we create this form tag. Okay, inside we are going to insert the see that you can find just add the palette. You can find we are going to add the JSF data table from entity, then automatically it will select, say, entities person, find all, click OK. Now immediately the code is added. Okay, now see the output text we are going to change, that is a title we are going to change as the employee list. Just we add employees list. Okay, next step we are going to run the program. Whenever we are going to run the program, first step clean and build, and next step only we are going to run. See that here the full index page is displayed. I am not writing any code, with the help of NetBeans only I did. See, clean and build, and then run the thing. See, clean and build of enterprise application. Finally run your enterprise application. It will take first time it will take some time. See that before clean and build properly, I run immediately. That's the reason we have this error. Now once I done, see that this is not properly clean and build, that's why we have this error. Now again I am going to clean and build until I will get properly clean and build completed, then only I am going to run the enterprise application. Now I am going to run this because clean and build successfully built without any error. Now I run the program. Now you can see the data from the database. See that ID person, name, email, and the phone number. Now actually we want the borderline, that we'll do later. Now you can see the data. There are two data, one is Bonish Venkat, another one is Syed. The email, everything displayed same thing. But we want to border of our table. Just very simple, go to your index HTML page. In the database table tag, data table tag, just add one value called border and put the value 1. Just save it and refresh on your web page. Immediately you can see the border. Okay. Now successfully the read is done from the database. Now we'll move to the next task. That means we are going to create, that is insert the data in the database. For that we need one instance in the our person controller name called person. This will helpful to create, to read, create, insert and delete. That is the remaining three, C, R and D. Now we are going to add the method called insert. Okay, in this method it is having first one, it will invoke the method of person create, that is the person face, that's create is one method. This is helpful to add the data in the database. Okay, this will refer to the EJP and this is the create object of the person is added, and finally it will load the index page. Now we are going to move to the next step. See, make sure that it is index page, it is going to return if you call the method. Now we will move to the next step. See that we are going to create the insert XHTML, that means insert JSF page. Now in the web pages, we are going to add a new JSF page. It's not available, therefore by mistake I selected Java server pages, that is not required here. Okay, JS page, just I deleted. Right click new, JSF page is not available, I will go to others, select Java server faces the category and the file type is JSF page and the name of the file is called insert. Okay, click finish. Now it will create the default JSF page. First we will change the title, create employee detail. Okay, this is the title of our page, create employee details. Next, in the body we are going to just insert the JSF form from entity with the help of palette. Now just select JSF, just remove that the default words, and now just click and drag and drop, just select the entity. Now actually the manage bean property not available, actually we need the person. We added the person instance, but it is not available. Why? The reason is it is a private data type. I am not add any getter, that's the reason it's not visible. See again, once again I will try. I inserted, see entity available but property not available. Without property it cannot be inserted, that's why I will go to, see that is a private. We must add the getter and setter. Okay, right click, insert code, getter and setter for the person instance. Now successfully added getter and setter. Now you can find the easily the property now, because property is available now. See that once it's add getter, then only it is available. Now successfully done. Now we are not going to use this page for edit, this is only to create the new data. Now we are going to add one command button in the form, that is for insert, that is the end of the line. Actually the first four label and 4 input text it is available here. Now I add the command button. Now value, what is the value? Value is insert, and action is I am going to use the expression language. Okay, just add that one, select the person controller instance dot, just call the insert, just and close that one. Now successfully the insert JSF page is done. If you run that program, you can find the your JSF page, index.xhtml page without that insert. Therefore what we are going to do, we are going to add the insert record after the employee. See, that is the first one. Second one, after the employee I am going to add. Okay, now go to the index page, just give the link index page. After the output text value tag, that is a header 1 value. Now we are going to add the link. Okay, this is the place we are going to add after the, what is the link value, insert record and outcome. The outcome is, that means what, move to the next page. It is another option for page navigation. Now just click value, value is the insert record. and the outcome, that means moving to the next page, is name of the pages. You can select, see that OU, just space OU, just you type, you can find outcome, just click that one, just write the value, insert, that is the name of your JSF page. Now close the tag, now save the file, just go to the better clean and build. Once clean and build without a build successful, see, make sure in your output build successful, and then run your project. Then you can see that, see, this is the old one without, this is the new one with the insert record. Just click insert record. Now you have error because the command button is not properly closed, therefore I must edit the insert JSF page. I will go to the insert JSF page, see, it is not the tag is not closed. Now I closed, just save it and refresh. Once I click insert record, I can see. Now I am going to add the new ID person, that is the new ID, ID is 30, the name of person is Keshika, the email is kesh@gmail.com, and I am going to enter some random 8-digit phone number. Click insert. Now data successfully inserted in the database. You can check in your, even in the database table, go to the services, if you want you can check. Now we will move to the next one, that is the next option, delete, that is D. We are going to do the person controller, we are going to add the next option, delete. Now I will make sure that this is for read or read, this is for create C, create C, and the last one delete. Okay, see that C or delete. After that I will add update. See, D is the delete. Now finally see that I am going to add delete. See, in the delete, actually I change the return type is index, that means this will it will get one parameter, a person, and it will remove the data from the database with the help of that person fasker, that is a method defined the index, it will return the index. Now delete this one. Now successfully delete method is created. If you call the method, this will delete the record in the database and again load the index page, that is refreshing the index page. So create, read, delete, that is in the CRUD, that is U only we must complete later. Now go to the index page, that means this is the code for index page, that is we are going to add the new column. The header is action, the command link is delete. Now see that before that means see that after the phone we are going to add the new column called, you can copy and paste the same thing, otherwise another option you can use this one. See that the header is action, but the action it is the delete. We are giving as a command link. Sometimes the command link may failure. Here temporarily I will use command link. If it not works, we can move to the command button. Okay, now see that once if you click this delete button, immediately it will invoke the delete method, and finally the item referred by this page, and finally delete the respective row. Right click. Now see that's the command link sometimes work, sometimes may not work. If it not work, we will select the command button. Now see that you can see the new action, new column is added, that is a delete. Once I click, it will ask the message dialog is OK or cancel. If I click OK, it will be deleted, but it is not working. Now the code is correct. Now we will change, I told you we will change our tag to command button. Okay, command button, H : command button. Okay, now it is giving error, maybe some syntax error is that. What I am going to do, just I am going to update. I don't want see maybe the little syntax difference between the command link and command button. I will try to solve now. See, now I will add the maybe closing tag. I will check if it works. Slash, the closing tag is not coming, therefore this the syntax, therefore I will delete this one. Better I will start with value and action. Actually the double quote is missing, that's why anyway I am going to do the entire line by again. I will check any hint is there. I am not sure the hint, that's why what I am going to do, I will make sure the tag is closing properly, not closed. Okay, now I'll best option is I am going to repeat command button. First I will close the, first I selected, yes, first I close the column, make sure that. Next command button I selected, not command link. Value, my value is delete, space my action, action is just call the expression language, person controller dot delete the person, but our variable is item, I changed to item, the item is a person now. Now on click return, what is the message, are you sure to delete? And close the tag. Close the command link, just close, it will show immediately. Done. Now save that one. Now just refresh, maybe sometimes may work. Yes, working. Just delete now, see if you succeed. Once I click the button delete and click OK, successfully deleted. Therefore instead of, suppose command link not working, you can use command button. Okay, now we'll move to the last one, that is U. We are going to use two methods. One is actually update with parameter, and another one is without parameter. That is the method overloading. That is now see that this is update, C, R, U and D. One is say that first method, if you send with parameter person, immediately it will load what is the row you data, the data is displayed in the page. And second one is it is going to delete. See, I am going to copy from this line. Okay, I will change my only header is instead of delete, I will change to update. See, action also I am going to change, instead of delete button, I am going to use what, update dot, just select the update. See the last one, it is available, just double click that, update. Now instead of person, put item. I don't want any message once they click, because they sure that if you want you can give a message, if you don't want you can delete the message. That means on click there is no message will come. Now save this one. Here suppose your session is expired, it won't work if you refresh, but we are going to create one more page called instead of command link we change to command button. Now we are going to create one more page called update. Right click, new JSF page, name is called update. Click finish. Now update page is created. Now change the title is update instead of facelet title. And finally we are going to edit this page, that is the JSF form from entity, just click the now same thing, except we remove the ID and ID label and ID text field, just click OK. Now we know, because we are not going to give the permission to change their ID, we are giving permission only the name only, therefore we are removing the label of ID person and text box. Now here we are going to add one command button. If they click the button, what is the value they entered, that will be updated in the database. The value is update. The action is select the action, double click, and they add the expression language. You know that expression language, it is bind the your instance with the database. Okay, now just add update. Here actually it's without any parameter, that means it is updated and display the your index page. That is the second method. Okay, now just clean and build and run the program. See that now we have only delete action. Okay, if you refresh, say session is expired, that's why error is coming. Clean and build. Now successfully clean and build. Now run the run your project, enterprise application. Now see that update is there. Now I am going to change the phone number of Kishika. Now change the phone number, instead of 55 I put 88. Just click update, you can see that it is updated in the database. Okay, now this is what we did today. That is a create, read, delete, that is R, and remove, and finally update. We are done. Thank you for watching, and you can easily do your project assignment 1 easily. See, there are two module, web application and EJB. This is the EJP module. It is having two package, entities person class and model 2 classes. Inside the model package we have 2 classes. The web page, there are 3 web pages, and in the source package of web module, web application module, the person controller. Okay, now see, make sure that this is session scoped, and it is having the method create is insert, read is find all, update it is having two things. One is update page is loaded, another one is index page is loaded, and finally delete it will now we have 3 pages, index HTML. Okay, this is a index HTML, and insert, if they click insert record, it will open the index insert page will be open. See that, you can see the development of the project from the beginning up to the end. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.